Welcome to another deep dive. We're going to be talking all about Anna, Texas real estate. And if you're thinking about selling your house, Anna just might be the place to do it,
Mm.
especially now. And we at sellthathouseto.me.com can help you capitalize on this really exciting market. We're local cash home buyers. And that means we can give you a fair cash offer.
Mm.
That can close quickly. No need to deal with all the headaches of a traditional sale.
Yeah, what's really caught my attention is this crazy growth rate we're seeing in Anna. I mean, it's not just a little bump, it's a full-on 12.28% jump in just 1 year. And that kind of growth, well, it creates a real ripple effect.
You got that right. It's like watching wildflowers just erupt after a spring rain. You brought some really interesting articles about what's happening in Anna, and
Yeah.
it just seems like things are changing so fast. What do you think is behind all of this growth?
Well, one thing is, Anna has this great mix of affordability
Hmm.
and a kind of peaceful rural atmosphere that lots of families, they're looking for that. But it's also really conveniently close to Dallas, so people can have kind of best of both worlds. Small town, living with easy access to, the big city
So
stuff.
it's like having your cake and eating it too. That's why everybody's moving there. I can see it. But all this rapid growth, that can lead to some questions in the market rate.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now, it's a seller's market for sure. But things can change quickly if you're thinking at all about selling. Now is the time to really strike while the iron's hot.
That makes a lot of sense. But let's be honest here.
Mhm.
Selling a house the traditional way, it can be a real drag. You've got agent commissions, closing costs, repairs, staging showings. It's like a marathon only, not the fun kind.
Oh, it can be daunting for sure, especially in a market like Anna where things are moving so fast. Imagine you put all this time and money into getting your house ready, and then at the last minute, the buyer's financing falls through.
Oh, that's like a nightmare. I would not want to go through all that. That's where sellthathouseto.me.com comes in. We offer homeowners a much simpler and faster way to sell, especially in Anna.
Yeah, absolutely. At sellthathouseto.me.com, we cut through all that red tape. We buy houses directly for cash, so you can skip all those stressful steps. No repairs, no staging, no showings, and no waiting around for the bank to approve a loan.
So you're saying you can help people get out from under,
Yeah.
tough situation. Maybe they're facing foreclosure or they inherited a property they don't want.
Yeah.
You can do it all hassle-free.
Exactly. We work with folks in all kinds of situations, and we can close in as little as 7 days. That can be a total lifesaver for somebody, especially if they're in a bind.
I bet that speed and certainty takes a load off people's minds.
Mhm.
In one of those articles you shared, there was a story about a homeowner in Avery Pointe named Joe. He was able to avoid spending $15,000 on upgrades just to get his house ready to sell. He sold directly to sellthathouseto.me.com. Saved himself time and money.
That's a perfect example of how selling your house for cash can be a real win-win, especially in a market like Anna where everything's moving so fast. It's important to have choices, options that are quick and flexible. If any of this sounds familiar, maybe you're in that situation. Head over to sellthathouseto.me.com. You can get a fast and fair cash offer for your house.
That is some good advice for any of our listeners in Anna. So let's shift gears a little bit. Talk about why selling now might be a good idea beyond just, the current market. What do you think?
Well, I think the main thing to remember is that even though Anna is seeing this amazing growth can be a little unpredictable. It's like a roller coaster. What's hot today could cool down tomorrow. If you sell now, you can take advantage of this moment. Lock in your profits before things maybe change.
That is a really good point. And those profits, that could open up all kinds of possibilities, right?
Absolutely. It could be seed money for a new business, a down payment on a dream home, maybe even a chance to travel the world. It all comes down to what you want to do with that financial freedom.
I love that. Let's talk about what makes Anna such a great place to live. The articles you found, they paint a picture of some charming neighborhoods. Can you tell us more about them?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like Pecan Grove, it's known for having big yards and a real peaceful atmosphere. It's perfect for families who want to get away from all that city noise and craziness. Imagine quiet evenings on the porch, kids playing in the yard, a real strong sense of community.
That sounds so peaceful. What about some of the other neighborhoods?
Well, there's Oak Hollow. It's got a mix of newer houses and these wide open spaces. If you want a modern home with room to breathe, Oak Hollow is the place. It's like stepping back in time a little, but with all the comforts.
It's fascinating how each neighborhood in Anna has its own personality. What about downtown? Is it as charming as they say?
Downtown Anna is definitely worth checking out. It's got that classic small town charm. You've got places like Anna Donuts that have been there forever. You can feel all the history there in the buildings and in the people.
I can almost smell those fresh donuts. What about some of the newer areas in Anna? Are there any hidden gems we should know about?
One to watch is West Crossing.
Yeah.
It's a really well-maintained area, and it's attracting a lot of new people, new families, new businesses. There's a real buzz.
And then Avery Pointe. That's where Joe sold his house. Seems like a pretty cozy spot,
Yeah.
right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, it's close to all the action, but it still has that friendly vibe that Anna's known for.
Sounds like Anna has a little something for everyone,
Yeah.
whether you want some peace and quiet or a little more excitement. Speaking of community, the articles mention some great gathering places in Anna.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Panther Field is the place to be. For Friday night football, it's a real classic scene. The whole town comes out to cheer on the team.
I love that. What about Anna City Park? What's that like?
It's beautiful, lots of green space, walking trails, playgrounds, picnic areas. It's the perfect place to spend the afternoon with family and friends.
It's great that Anna has all those community spaces. Really adds to that small town feel. But let's get back to real estate for a second. We talked about the benefits of selling in a hot market like Anna. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the whole traditional selling process.
Yes, all the paperwork, the inspections, people parading through your house. It's enough to drive you crazy.
You're telling me, and after all that, there's no guarantee the sale will even happen. The buyer could back out, or their financing could fall through, and you're back to square one.
That's exactly right. And that's why sellthathouse2me.com is such a great option. We get rid of all that stress and uncertainty. You get a fair cash offer, and we can close super quick, sometimes in as little as 7 days.
It's like trading in your old car. No need to fix it up. Or argue about the price. You just get a fair offer and you're done.
Exactly. And just like trading in a car, selling your house can be the start of something new. You could use that cash to buy a new place, invest in your future, maybe even take that dream vacation.
It's all about the possibilities. Selling your house doesn't have to be a nightmare. It could be a fresh start.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about at sellthathouse2me.com. It's not just about buying and selling houses. It's about helping people achieve their goals.
That's a great point. We understand that selling a house is a big decision, and we want people to feel comfortable.
Right.
So let's talk about how easy it is to get started with sellthathouse2me.com.
It's super easy. Just go to our website, sellthathouse2me.com, and fill out a short form. Tell us a little about your property. We'll get back to you ASAP with a fair cash offer. No pressure at all.
So there's no risk.
No risk at all. We like to be upfront with people, make sure they feel good about the process.
That's great to hear. What if my house needs some work? Is that a problem?
Not at all. We buy houses as is. We get it. Life happens. Sometimes houses need a little love. It's no problem for us.
So even if I inherited a place that needs fixing up,
Mm.
or I'm facing foreclosure, I can still sell quickly and get a fair price.
You-
That's fantastic. Okay, so we covered a lot of ground today. Anna's incredible growth, the headaches of traditional selling, and how sellthathouse2me.com can help. But before we wrap things up, there was something in those articles that really stood out to me.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
It was the sense of community. It seems like it's everywhere in Anna.
Yeah.
From the football games at Panther Field to family picnics in the park. It feels like a place where people really connect.
You're so right. That's one of the best things about Anna. It's a real community.
And that's something you can't put a price on.
Absolutely. It's about belonging, feeling safe, knowing your neighbors have your back.
That's something we value too at sellthathouse2me.com. It's not just about business. It's about helping people.
Exactly.
Speaking of making decisions, I think it's time we give our listeners a little nudge.
I agree. If you're in Anna and you're thinking about selling, now is the time. Head over to sellthathouse2me.com. Get a fast and fair cash offer.
It's the easiest way to sell your house.
Yeah.
And it could be your ticket to a better future.
So what are you waiting for? Take that first step.
Now, before we say goodbye, I want to leave everyone with something to think about.
Okay, I'm
I
listening.
talked about all the amazing things you can do with the cash from a quick and easy sale. But the real question is, what would you do?
What dreams would you chase? What adventures would you go on?
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Maybe you've always wanted to start a business or travel the world. Maybe you just want a simpler life, closer to nature or more time with your family. Whatever it is, selling your house can be the first step. It can give you the resources to make those dreams a reality.
It's all about taking that leap and seeing what's out there. With sellthathouse2me.com, you can take that leap knowing you have people in your corner, experienced professionals who want to help.
That's a good point. So to wrap things up, we've talked about Anna's amazing growth, the ups and downs of the traditional way of selling your house, and how sellthathousetome.com can help if you're thinking about selling in Anna. Now's the time. And we're here to make it easy. Just visit our website, sellthathousetome.com. Get a free no-obligation cash offer. It's the first step to making your dreams come true.
So wait, take charge of your future.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Anna, Texas real estate market.
And don't forget, sellthathousetome.com for a fast and fair cash offer.